What's going on? Tony at Flames, No Stars #1 day tradester. So it's Wednesday, February the 11th. I just got home from the memorial service. It was great. So we did hit the previous day's low on the ES around 5 o'clock in the morning, and we formed this bearish gap and closed below the low for the previous day. And so we come back above it, and if we're waiting for confirmation, then we have this gap here, which we close above. Most people would have taken their trade right there. But we also have this gap right here that gets tapped over here and might have gotten you tapped in right there. So we'll take that real quick. And yeah, let's just take it right here with the buy. Our stop loss would have been 500, 1% of our count. And then we would have gone for a 2-to-1, or I should say 1-to-2, because we're risking one. And it looks like that we would have made it. And that was directly on the 50% of the range. So this vector candle, as I would call it, had us hit our target. And if we held out, we could have hit the top of the range for a nice 2K. All right. So we had another opportunity around 9:30 right at market open, and you can see it's super clean, just like it was over here. We could have easily had got in on the rejection of the high, just like we could have gotten in easily on the rejection below. But let's look for confirmations here. So we formed this gap coming back down. It's just a tiny little gap, but that's all you need if you're doing the old ICT concepts, which I laugh at myself for still using, but it works. So we tap into that with the wick. The wick did the damage, but the body tells the story. And if we had gotten in there, let's go ahead. Let's say that we got in on the top of that, the bottom by our view. It would have been just fine. We did not get stopped out. Hardly any drawdown whatsoever. And we definitely would have made our target. And of course, it hits the bottom of the range again for another sweet 2K. All right. So we have another possible entry here. All right, let's see if it would have worked out. So we broke down above, sorry, we broke down below the low again. We broke back above the low, forming another gap. And I like how clean these are on the 5 minute. Check that out. That's pretty nice. So let's imagine that we got in on this retest right here on the top of that fair value gap. Okay. The stop loss being once again 500. Only risking 1% of our count. And 1-to-2. And it looks like we would have done it again, maybe? Nope. We looks like we ranged for the rest of the day, but we did not stop out. So we could have maybe gotten out on this rejection right in here for a nice little 700, maybe. Nah, that looks good to me. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in, and let's see if we can find any more opportunities tomorrow. Thank you.